In a theater not so far, far away, Hollywood will be out in full force with a bounty of fall films.
If you're excited by movies, this is the time to be excited.
Kenneth Turan is film critic for the Los Angeles Times.
Hollywood saves the best for last. They're like squirrels that are hoarding nuts, and finally by the end of the year they let the good ones out.
There will be some blockbusters. Star Wars gets a highly anticipated new chapter with The Force Awakens. Bond is back.
I was taking some overdue holiday.
Daniel Craig is once again 007 in the film Spectre.
Welcome to the 76th Hunger Games.
And it's game over for The Hunger Games. The final installment is Mockingjay Part 2.
Tonight, turn your weapons to the Capitol.
I feel like they've been around for my entire adult life. There seems to be always a new Hunger Games film. You know, splitting this last book into 2 films is such a naked commercial move, but they did it and it seems to be working.
And people will still go.
People will definitely go.
And people are likely to go see Tom Hanks as a New York lawyer caught up in Cold War intrigue in the Steven Spielberg thriller Bridge of Spies.
Do you never worry?
Would it help?
Sandra Bullock plays a campaign consultant for hire in Bolivia in Our Brand is Crisis.
Wake up. This is war. There's only one wrong in this. Only one, and that is losing.
Maybe check and see if anyone understood that.
Levanten la mano si hablan inglés.
Gracias.
What is it?
It's the whale that inspired Moby Dick in Ron Howard's epic In the Heart of the Sea.
Many fall films launched far from Hollywood in places like Toronto, Telluride, and New York, and some are already generating Oscar buzz.
Room is the story of a mother and her young son held captive in a single room.
That's us.
It won the top prize at the Toronto Film Festival.
You're gonna love it.
What?
The world.
In Carol, Kate Blanchett plays the older woman.
I like that.
Rooney Mara, the younger one.
And it's just a beautifully shot, beautifully acted film. It's a love story between 2 women set in the 1950s at a time when love between 2 women was frowned upon by society.
I believe that I'm a woman.
And I believe it too.
Eddie Redmayne is a man transitioning to a woman in the 1920s in The Danish Girl.
Would you dance for me?
And Brooklyn brings us an Irish immigrant torn between her new life in America and her family back home.
It's complicated, it's delicate, it doesn't overplay its hand, which is so rare with stories like this.
This one's for Dylan and Megan. And
of course, there will be plenty of laughs this fall. Will Ferrell is a stepdad in Daddy's Home. Diane Keaton and John Goodman are the grandparents in the CBS film Love the Coopers.
Hi, Madison.
You are such a jerk.
And Bill Murray is Bill Murray in Rock the Casbah.
Smoke on the water, fire in the night sky.
Thank you.
For animation fans, Pixar goes prehistoric with The Good Dinosaur.
Good grief.
And those familiar piano chords can mean only one thing: the Peanuts movie.
My name's Joy, by the way.
Jennifer Lawrence teams with director David O. Russell for the 3rd time in Joy, based on the woman who invented the Miracle Mop.
We're gonna tell this story. We're gonna tell it right.
Spotlight focuses on the Boston Globe reporters who uncovered the child sex abuse scandal inside the Catholic Church. In Concussion, Will Smith is a doctor trying to tackle one of the NFL's biggest problems.
They have to listen to us. This is bigger than they are.
there are so many films to go see. I'm going to need to take several weeks off of work to see these movies.
I know, I'm exhausted just talking about them all, but it's wonderful to have this kind of bounty of interesting films.
So as you try to find the time to fit in so many first-rate flicks, may the Force be with you.
Chewie.